Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to MBR, or as we like to call it around here, Nothing But Rants, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. These are not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. What's up?
Really like that.
You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday evening. Debuting this around 7 o'clock. We got a whole nother hour of content, 2 hours of live content coming up at 8 o'clock right here on the channel. Make sure you're staying alert and staying in tune with us on that. But you know what it is. It is film study time as college football season approaches, okay? We are going to be ramping up more of these film studies outside of just the Georgia space. I feel like this is our best introduction to other fan bases, okay? And honestly, this is how we got introduced to the Georgia space in general. Started showing them what we do on the board, what we do from a football standpoint, and then hope that you transition over with us from the talk show standpoint, okay? So you Texas fans that found us today, we appreciate you for being here. You're about to learn more about your football team than you probably ever have, okay? Just to let you know, we're going to be watching the last football game from Texas last year, the college football playoff game against Washington. And I went into it with a couple of different things I wanted to know, right? Hey, what did Cedric Baxter do for these guys last year? What did this offensive line look like last year? Because 4 of the 5 returned. They lose the right tackle. Going to slide a junior in there. But obviously going to lose a lot of weapons. But some of this stuff, in terms of the core guts of what this offense is, it will roll over, okay? Going to have to learn the rapport with the new weapons and what. But the identity of who they are. Sark hasn't changed much. I was telling Jonathan, even dating back to his days as the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator, a lot of their core identity traits are still there, and it's still Sarkisian's offense. So super excited to show you guys this today. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing, all that good stuff. We appreciate you for being here. Hey, we got a saying around here when it comes to football time of the year, okay? We shut up and we grind the tape. Super excited to be here with you guys today. I think first and foremost, when you're looking at a Sarkisian offense, as a defensive personnel staff, okay, we have to understand something. We are going to get put to the test in terms of personnel matching and personnel counting the entire football game. Okay, 1 tight end, 2 tight end. They're going to start the game in 12. You will see this football team go into 12. You will see this football team playing 11. You will see this football team playing 21 personnel, okay? Attached, detached, H-backs, Ys, everything, okay? The whole entire kitchen sink going to be thrown at you right here against this offense. So you have to be able to personnel match. You'll see Washington opens up in that bare front with the corner rolled down because they are in indeed nub set. All right, they're trying to get you mismatched and misaligned here by all of the different personnel matching that they do. Okay, RPO off to start the football game, and he doesn't get it. Okay, doesn't get it completed because he gets pressure immediately in his face right here from Washington's defensive line. But the purpose or the point of me showing you this is, hey, you're going to have to be able to open the football game and paying attention to what they're doing schematically and personnel wise, despite the fact that, yeah, they might have lost this tight end right here to the league, okay, but this guy, Hunter Helms, coming back, and they replaced this guy with Amari Niblack out of Alabama. They're not going to stray away from the tight end heavy sets that they have been in years past, and it's a different tight end heavy sets than most teams, right? Michigan is a 12 personnel football team. Georgia in years past has been a 12 personnel football team. They're a 12 personnel football team that will throw spread concepts at you out of them, okay, and heavy RPO concepts out of them. So it's a little bit of a different feel, all right, than most 12 personnel football teams. We're going to go 243 right quick. This looks like a busted assignment to me to the left tackle, all right? Now, you look at this, and you're like, ooh, look at this run concept. Look at all these big, massive holes. I look back at it, all right, and I see a defensive tackle right here from Washington jumping inside, all right, and all we've got to do is take that here, and now we're one-on-one with the safety, who's, by the way, in man coverage with the corner. His eyes are outside on his responsibilities. They're certainly not in the run game, okay? Boom. There you see the massive hole. Now, The backup, Jaden Blue, we're going to see him a lot today, okay, because he played a lot in this football game, and he's going to play a lot this fall now that number 4 is out for the year. But you see all the green grass right there. Again, I think that has far more to do with a defensive tackle jumping in and the nose tackle maybe not being able to get across on his stunt or whoever. Nonetheless, there's a busted assignment right there on 2nd and 15 for a massive gain, okay, to end up picking up the first down on 2nd and 15. And here's what I was telling Jonathan about, okay, in terms of, hey, back in the day when this dude was with the Atlanta Falcons, right? When Steve Sarkisian was the offensive coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons, you had a guy by the name of Julio Jones. You had a guy by the name of Roddy White, okay? And they would run a lot of heavy ISO, okay, heavy, put the ball in the belly of the back, all right? And we're really only going to run 2 concepts, right? We're going to run a deep over and maybe a go ball, right? We're going to run what we call a clear out and a run to grass, all right? We're going to run a clear out and a run to grass. He's still doing the same kind of stuff even with Texas. Now you add in all the, okay, we can do a little bit more wide zone, and we can add in a little bit of RPO because it's a college football game, okay? These concepts are still relatively the same, just instead of in an I formation, all right, running stretch play action, now we're going to be in pistol, right? And we're going to do power play action, okay? Same concepts essentially, just a different package. All right, and here's one thing I have noticed over and over and over again about this quarterback. All right, there's a difference between your feet staying active as a quarterback and your feet being happy as a quarterback. All right, I think this guy classifies as happy feet. I think this is a progression that needs to be made. Hop into 2 for me, Jonathan, just so the audience can just see off the rip here how uncomfortable Quinn Ewers is when the pocket becomes a little bit condensed. All right, now when he's rolling right or when he's rolling left and he's able to, put some air on the ball with some touch or even rip the ball on the run, he's really, really comfortable. Here in the pocket, when things get congested, however, he gets a little happy feety, he gets a little jumpy around, the weight starts to fluctuate between his front and back foot. It relies him to be a lot more dependent upon his arm, okay, than most quarterbacks are, all right, in these situations, and the ball will ultimately flutter on him in certain situations. It's why I think, okay, he struggles with the deep ball to an extent, because he's never really driving onto his front foot when contact arrives or when pressure arrives. You will see this as the film study continues to progress. All right. We're going to 304 right here, the very next play. That's what I'm saying. It's very pro style. We saw that last clip, right? Putting the ball into the belly of the back, almost looking like I formation stretch play action, all right, out of pistol. Now we're going to run a bunch of screen concepts right here, a bunch of RPO concepts right here because we're playing college football. Okay, we have the 2-over-2 screen up here at the top. We also have the run. Oh, and by the way, we have the slant on the backside for whenever that safety fills into the hole. So we have a bunch of options right here, a bunch of answers for the quarterback. Ball gets batted again. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you are this player on Saturday or whenever you play Texas, okay, this player has to be ready to impact this ball, because if you're going to plug, they're going to leave you unblocked, buddy. You're the defender that they're reading, okay? So if they like this slant in behind you, you have to do exactly what this guy does. You're never going to get home. You're essentially there to supply or to provide run support. You're never going to get home, which means you must impact the throwing lane, which, by the way, is right behind you right here as you're blitzing. So this is something you've got to pay attention to as you're playing Texas. If you're going to be that run defender, if you're going to be that guy, that hat that gets added into the box, we can't be a nullified player. We have to be impactful even when we are not arriving to the mesh point. Just like 7 does right here. It's a good rep from him. Way to be impactful. Get into that passing lane. You can see the throwing lane right there as you start to add up into the run count. They're going to try to throw that behind your head. All right, we're going to 340 next. Post wheel dig drag. This looks to me like an NCAA play right here, okay? A college football 25 out of bunch. It's 3rd and 10, okay? Find the winners. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find the big-time winners. We're going to have a post, okay? We're going to have a slot wheel from number 2, all right? I believe wheel dig drag. We got a dig from number 2 and we got a drag from the backside. Okay, he is the hot. He's the answer if we get pressure. All right, this is our for primary read. All right, and the wheel is the tud. All right, the wheel is the tud if it's wide open late. All right, but this is a college football 25 scheme. Everybody is running this in video games nowadays. All right, there you see it. We got the wheel opening up right here. We got the deep backside post. He's going to work into a dig. We got the drag working across. All right, this is both a zone zone and a man beater. All right, in zone, we're going to wait for this window to open. All right, in man, we're going to hit that running, all right, with some leverage with Xavier Worthy, running off coverage against that man corner. All right, so let's see what Quinn Ewers ultimately does. All right, on his heels. All right, ball's a little bit fluttered on him, and it's incomplete. Here's what I'm talking about on the heels. It's a bad look at it. We'll get another rep at it here in a second. I think he has a tendency, guys, to really place the football when he feels pressured. All right, especially late in this football game. Even the A.D. Mitchell touchdown I thought was a little bit underthrown, a little bit lobbed, and should have been thrown with a little bit more ferocity, if you will. Let's go to 633. We're going to avoid covering the defense right now. We'll come back to them maybe potentially later. If you Texas fans like this, we might break down your defense for you as well. Here's what I'm talking about here, okay? 21 personnel. There's a tight end attached right there. There is Cedric Baxter, and this is Jaden Blue, the now starter at the quarterback or the running back position. Now, I believe they're also going to send orbit motion right here, all right, and give you play fake to the field. Everything in this formation and everything pre-snap is going to scream field, 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 field. Everything to this point right now is screaming, hey, watch out. They're probably attacking the field, even so much so that they're starting running backs on the right side. If I'm playing this, I think I'm getting maybe some type of triple option back this way or something. In fact, he does the complete opposite. He runs pin and pull back to the boundary right here when all indications say he's probably going to the field, all right? And even gets the corner, who was boundary support player, gets him to rotate all the way past the numbers. He's already open to the field, and now all of a sudden, guess what? We're running pin and pull back into the boundary. All of the eye candy here, guys, is what makes me feel really good. Not good. It's not great that you lost a good player, but it makes me feel better about Texas and Sarkisian's ability to kind of nullify or negate the losses of Cedric Baxter, because they do such a good job in just getting beneficial run counts in the run game, okay? That is an 8-yard gain all off pre-snap. That's all off pre-snap. Everything that they did right there to establish that 8-yard run game was all done by the coordinator. All right, and guess what? Now we flip it. We come right back to the same formation. It looks identical, okay, but we flipped. Now we have the Y here, all right? There's a wide receiver somewhere down here you can't see. Here's the X, all right, and here's our slot receiver. Now the starting running back's on the front side, and now we got Jaden Blue, number 23, on the top side. Now he's going to run the wheel, all right, and then we're going to slip Cedric Baxter right here into a little running back screen. If there's one thing Sark's really good at, on top of all the other eye candy and all that other good stuff in the run game and all this stuff, he designs easy completions and screens, big hit screens for his running backs and for his quarterback especially. Look how beautiful this design is. By the way, Quinn Ewers, great job getting the ball out right here with pressure in your face 4. We got to make a play on this football right here, bud. We cannot have hesitancy when that quarterback opens up and shows us the ball. We got to make a play on it right there, dog. Boom. We got to make a play on that football. Great job right here by Cedric Baxter after the catch. But again, I think any Joe's making that play. I think that play right there is Sark on the headset or whoever designed this one leading up to the week. That's into the boundary and everything, man. So many guys have a tendency to call this to the field or have a tendency to call this in the wrong situation. 2nd and 2 right now. Defense probably ball at the 35 right here. Defense based off the shell. What does it look like they're expecting? Looks like to me they're expecting some type of shot play right here on 2nd and 2. They ultimately get a screen right here on 2nd and 2 for a big gainer. All right, so just playing, keeping you off your toes right here as an offensive coordinator. That is the magic of Steve Sarkisian right there. We're going to 7:33. We'll show this him scrambling right here. I think he's good enough to worry about. He's not a good enough athlete to require a spy. It's that real no man's land, right? I think this guy's a 4.82 runner. Maybe. All right. He's good enough as an athlete to do this. And honestly, I'd probably live with this. If he wants to scramble for 12 yards and move the sticks, that's fine. He's not ripping a 60-yarder off of me. He's not going to change the game by doing that. All right. Here's another little double. They're trying to hit the tight end right here. Okay. They're trying to show bubble here. Running back screen here while slipping the tight end up here. Great job, all right, with the eye discipline of these middle-level defenders right here from Washington. But you bet your ass this one was drawn into the playbook on Tuesday. All right, this is what you have to worry about with all great coordinators. The very first time, guys, the very first time he gets in the green zone, he's going for your throat right now. All right, he's going for your throat. So the moment he gets a sustainable drive, this is the second possession of the football game. The moment he gets a sustainable drive and gets in the green zone, be alert for the hitter because he's trying to hit a home run right now on this Washington defense. Washington does a really good job of covering this, all right? He has to pull it down, ultimately scrambles for a 4-yard gain. Again, we take that. We just saved the touchdown based off having our eyes in the right spot as a defensive staff. All right, now you go back to the pin and pull to the boundary. You have to be alert and aware for these short-sighted runs, guys. They're trying to get you into that nub set. Whatever film study they have showed them that if they do jet motion, they will nub the corner. The corner will bump out into essentially a safety alignment, and now they've got a bunch of numbers and a bunch of advantage. Look at all that green grass over there. Again, this is Sark's ability. Sark's ability is great on the trail. Sark's ability is great in the pass game. But the reason his football teams have always ran the ball successfully, it's by schematics, man. It's by general number counts, okay? He's just trying to get into favorable counts on you and run the football successfully. I believe we get an end zone cut of that. No, we do not. All right, so let's go on to the next clip. Hey, he's going to make you run and tackle now. He's going to make you run and tackle. All right, that is one thing about this guy. He is going to play in space. He's going to make you do this. All right, I have no problems. If you look at matchups like Georgia, I have no concerns about this against Georgia. However, he will remain doing this to teams. Even if you can run and tackle, he will remain doing this to you so he can press you vertically. All right, he will almost give you this eye candy in hopes that you respond to it because it's all about using the 53.5. It's all about using sideline to sideline while trying to remain explosive. I think if there's one thing about Sark's offenses over the years, I think that's the most impressive thing to me about them. Their ability to use the 53.5 while still pressing you explosively down the field. All right. Here's this Jaden Blue Cat. I'm telling you, he's pretty good, man. This backup running back, all right, who is now the starter, he's no slouch, man. He's got some unique juice and even power in the pads, as you can see right there at 195 pounds. He can't be but 200 pounds tops right there, eh, Jonathan?
Yeah.
I mean, he is not a very big individual. Will you get me the roster size on him while we sit here and go through this film study? Okay, because people need to be very aware of him and very aware of the fact that he's not just some guy on the depth chart. He's been a dude for a little while now for them. If this pressure right here gets handled, this is a third down, I believe, or no, 1st and 10 right here for Texas, and they jump into empty on 1st and 10. And by the way, I think they've got home run winners right here. They got A.D. Mitchell in the flat, but you'll see from the end zone cut, all right, they've got a home run right here from the tight end, I believe. All right, now this worries me to some extent for any Texas offense because now, like this guy, I don't know who's going to replace A.D. Mitchell, but I know this tight end over here who's big number 0, who damn near ran a 5 flat at the NFL Combine, he's getting replaced by Amari Niblack. Amari Niblack is a really, really athletic wide receiver. I would imagine this is now Isaiah Bond, okay? And the other guy that came from Oregon State is a burner as well. They've got nothing but speed at these positions now. So when they do take you empty and this safety's on his heels one-on-one, okay, against this tight end who's now Amari Niblack, buddy, this guy might run past your ass, just like 0 is right there. 0 is on a touchdown route. Okay, 0 is going to score. And even with the pressure, if Quinn Ewers was just a tad bit more alert, he would know that he's got his hot out in the flat. Okay, so there are answers and options right here for them. They just couldn't get the pressure picked up. And it's not even really a pressure. It's a 4-man win. The right tackle oversets on the defensive end. He jumps back inside, and it's OV. It is over with. Okay?
Jaden Blue's listed at 6 foot 200.
6 foot 200. Could told you couldn't be heavier than 200 pounds. I bet right now during camp he's 192. That's here's what I always love about this, right? How often do you step on the scale, J. Will, and get a perfectly round whole number?
Never.
Never. But every time you check a roster, 205,
Yep.
200, 190. Like, bro, no. I know you're lying. I know you're rounding up or rounded down, depending on the skill position, all right? Or depending on the position in general. I know you're rounding if I see you catching a whole number. I did not weigh in at 250 this morning. I was 251 and a half, all right? So we ain't out here lying. All right, here we go.
At the 20-minute mark, by the way.
Oh, we're good. We're just going to roll it. I don't even give a shit. We're just going to absolutely roll it. Here's the counter again. Get stuffed right there. And here's what I'll say, okay? I looked it up this morning. Jonathan, you've been watching SEC football now on film for several years, okay? Watch this defensive end right here respond to counter. Now, you know your front side defensive end and you're getting pulled towards your face. You know what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to turn and spill, smack that motherfucker right in his mouth, okay? And you stop it. And what you don't do when you see down block, what you do not do is just run upfield. And then once you run upfield, what you do not do is turn around, play the kick soft. That's what we do not do. Put me into and watch this guy right here. Now, here's the difference. I love Washington. I love what they did last year. I love this cat. This cat plays on Sundays now. I love what they did. They have very selective NFL football players, and they maximize this. However, 46, the JUCO transfer, does not play on an SEC football field. I wholly believe that, and here's why. Watch. He's 6'4", he's 255. Well, now in the SEC, that guy's 6'5", 265, 270. Watch what this dude on this defensive end spot does to respond to this counter play, okay? First things first, he's going to jump straight upfield. He's 2.5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, okay? Other thing, his shoulders are now square to the line of scrimmage. That's all right if we're not taught to spill, but we are taught to spill. We're taught to turn, run, smack that dude in his mouth so we can't get this play kicked, all right? Watch. He ultimately gets kicked out, all right? And Cedric Baxter squeezes in there. Now, the difference is, y'all seen the clips, Trayvon Walker breaking that center's face for Michigan, right? That's what it looks like in this conference. It's a little bit more violent. All right, so y'all worried about that transition for DeBoer and his defense and all this other stuff, and Texas coming to the SEC, all this other stuff. That's the difference. That 2.5 yards of space, that is the difference. Now, it's a plus 2 yard gain. They get it stopped. But I was watching what was happening on that front side defensive end right there. That's a little bit different. A little bit different for what's coming for them this fall. Let's go to 11:58 right quick. Watch these happy feet. Watch these happy feet. We have got to keep this compressed in the pocket when we're playing him. Look at that. Look at that. Why are we doing this, Quinn? Put me into. Put me into. Why are we rattling all over the place? What are we doing? We're left, right. Watch his head, okay? Watch his head, and where our head goes is where our body weight is leaning, okay? Watch his head go from the midline, where it's supposed to be, okay? Watch his head go here, 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 as these feet go. Watch this. In a clean pocket, albeit, look at this, okay? Head forward, okay? Now, head backwards. Okay, now head forward. All right, now head backwards. All right, and now we're scrambling for no reason. The pocket's right there. We're clean. Now we're getting beat off our left side. We got a good internal clock here. Now we're moving. That's fine. And it's a great throw on the run despite the fact that the right tackle got a hold. But where are we going and why are we going like this? All right. The best quarterbacks, they are left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. They are clicking through their reads with a good solid base. The reason being, once the moment of grass is created, once the moment of space is created, we've got to have our feet in the ground. We've got to be ready to go. It's why so many times you'll see Quinn today float balls off his heels, or he'll look like he sticks his feet in the ground and then it looks like his arms almost got to slow down because his feet have made the decision before the window's open. Okay, these are the things that are happening at this quarterback position right now for him. I believe it's why some of the errant throws are created, okay? No need for all that. You can really see it in live speed. No need for all that pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Keep your feet in the ground, okay? Keep them in a good, solid base. Right foot, left foot. Let's get ready to rip. We'll get a hold on the right tackle on this backside. There you see it clear as day. Good call. I like that Jones cat. He's playing in the league now. I thought he had a really good Senior Bowl from what I watched. Really clean prospect. They got another one coming in now. We're going to 17-23. What do we like here? Hey, several. So we're in what, the third possession? We're in the second quarter. All right, we haven't played a ton of football right now, and we're going to see another behind the line of scrimmage screen right here attempted for the tight end. Now, it's going to get cut down, but you have to pay attention to these things because these are part of the core identity. All right, I watched every single snap multiple times last year for the University of Georgia. I can count on one hand how many designed behind the line of scrimmage screens that they had. I'm not talking about tunnel screens. I'm not talking about bubble screens. I'm not talking about anything out in the space where we're blocking 2 over 2 or whatever that bullshit is. I'm talking about this. I can count on one hand how many they ran. All right, it's not a huge thing in football anymore. Everything's out in space. Everything's tunnely. All right, not a lot of traditional screens being ran. Texas has ran 2 already, or maybe 3 already in this first quarter, essentially, of football. So we have got to be alert on these types of things when we're playing Texas, okay, as a defensive staff. All right, another rep here of a quarterback that seems relatively uncomfortable within the pocket to me. All right, I would find ways without blitzing him. Okay, I would find ways to put pressure on him because he does not look comfortable in here. All right, from this moment forward, he's double tapping, he's double clutching, his feet are erratic. All right, there is not a lot of comfortability in that guy right there inside that pocket. All right, put me back in 2. And also, watch how indecisive this throw is. Not only are we double clutching there, all right, we're going to let this ball flutter on us and allow the DB to drop back down and knock this ball out. All right, this is the key. You get Quinn Ewers to play inside this, I think you're going to have an erratic quarterback all day. You let this guy stand in clean pockets, you're going to have a tough day defensively. You let this guy get flat or you let this guy get out, you're going to have a tough time defensively. All right, but if you make him do this, he does not seem very comfortable. And guys, this is game 13, 14. This is second year starting. All right, these are the things that have to get cleaned up by this guy moving forward. All right, if he's going to have, especially an NFL career. All right. I also think the comeback on the top was wide open on there on A.D. Mitchell. I think he chose the wrong route. Space to the sticks, by the way. Underneath defender and no space. $17:53. We got another screen coming our way right here on 3rd and 12. All right. I'm telling you, you're going to have to run and tackle in this football game. There is no doubt about it. All right, they are going to force you to run and tackle. You got to get guys on the ground. There's no doubt. Whenever you play Texas, understand that this is going to be part of it. 18:32. I want to point this out. I just don't understand the defensive alignment right here. You just can't do this against Texas. I think they got a 2-eye back there and a 3 technique. So basically there's 2.5 gaps of space right here in A gap. All right. And Texas is just going to say, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do. Watch how easy these combination blocks happen right here in the interior. And watch how quickly one of the offensive linemen get to the second level of this defense. He does a really good job also in the run game of just attacking bubbles. Okay. This is something I was explaining to you the other day, Jay Will, about just college football in general. When we're running the play and we're at the line of scrimmage and we got inside zone to the right and there's a 3 technique standing right there. Well, let's just flip the back and run it back to the other side where we got the B gap wide open. Okay, just general bubble location, right? There's a bubble in this defense right here. The linebacker's outside of his alignment. This linebacker's outside of his alignment. So even on the second level, there's a bubble right here in between these guys. If we saw it from the end zone cut, you'd see that as wide as the hole is, all right? It's just easy identification of bubbles as an offensive staff, okay? 18:42, frontside defensive end bamboozled again. I will never see a Georgia defender do this unless his name's Nolan Smith and he's guessing. All right, and he was a really good guesser, by the way. That guy was elite. But I don't really even see SEC defensive ends do this quite often. They're getting wide zone this way, boys. They are getting outside stretch zone this way. Watch this defensive end. This is a critical no-no. I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea why. He jumps an entire gap inside. All right, and now we've got the back on the outside. We got a tackle working up onto 11. A.D. Mitchell loafing, or else this would probably be a touchdown. Okay. By the way, going back and watching it, the just general overall effort from number 5 when he is not targeted was atrocious. Atrocious, buddy. I mean, I would have been cooking had I been Texas Insider Brooks on front of on a film board. I would have been. Remember George Pickens' 2019 reverse, where he's just like, "Oh, I'm out here, true freshman, baby. I'm just gonna walk out." All right, that's what I would be doing out here with A.D. Mitchell. Oh man, it was gross. It was gross. This dude's trying to play for a national title right here. Hey, he made plays when he got the ball thrown his way, though, so you can't really say shit to him, I guess. Safety, got to cloud the window. This is what we were talking about earlier. All right, look, they are RPOing you. All right, this is a college football 25 playbook. All right, they're running inside zone this way. We got a slant here, and we got the square in right here. They are reading you. You are the big R right there. All right, we're going to read the defensive end, see what he does, but we're really reading that second level defender. When that second level defender comes through, just like I told y'all earlier, when you're in that window, we've got to be impactful on the play. You're not getting home, so we got to get our hands up. All right, watch what this safety does right here. I don't really understand what he's doing. He rushes with his damn hands down. His hands are at his crotch right now. All right, get your hands up. Get in that throw window. It's the only way we're going to impact that ball. Your guy back here, your teammate's playing off zone coverage. He's in a pedal. We're giving up that slant. You were in the window. We can't rush. Put it in too, Jonathan. Watch this guy rush. Watch with his hands down. All right, this guy right here, this is just not great. If you're going to be this safety, if you're going to be this window alley defender, we can't do that. His hands are literally at his waist. We can't do that at all. That's a miss. I mean, Quinn damn near hits him in the helmet with the ball. If you just had your hands up a little bit, we probably knocked that ball down. Here, get a look at it right here. Yep. All right, we're getting eyes on the quarterback. That's fine. Our eyes are supposed to be on the quarterback. We're attacking the mesh point, coach. All right, what are we doing? Get your hands up. You know it's going to happen quick. You know it's going to happen quick. Here comes the run with the defensive tackle. All good there. We're going to 21-36. Going back and watching this, I forgot just how damn good Michael Penix played in this football game. He played absolutely lights out. They love wide zone. Now, here's why. All right, they're trying to get everybody running horizontally. Everybody running horizontally. And all they're trying to do is find that one piece of crease and stick their foot in the ground and get north to south. Here's what I'm talking about. All these guys are running on this angle, okay? And all they're trying to do is get one guy sealed. That's it. Get one guy sealed. Get one guy sealed, and then as soon as we see and identify, we're stretch, seal. All right? As soon as we see where the grass is, we've got to stick our foot in the ground, and we got to get north to south. Right? Boom. There it is. He has identified the hole. He's identified the crease. Right now, you see him coming to balance right there. Put me in two. You see him coming to balance right there. All right? And now there's the crease. He's going to get vertically. And now his job is to outrun the angle from number 5. All right? That defender is not going to be blocked. We have nobody to account for him. You've got to outrun the angle. It's a great job right there by Jaden Blue. This is the quote-unquote backup, guys. He's got juice, I'm telling you. And again, the run design is really, really easy. All we got to do is get a seal. That's really it. And the offensive line motion, look at these linebackers flowing. They're already taking themselves out of the play because of the way the design of the stretch feels. They feel like I can't get beat outside. Boom. Now all of a sudden, everybody's overflow. We got a crease right up the middle, north and south. Do you know who invented this play? Or who really revolutionized this play?
No idea.
The Denver Broncos in the late 90s were the definition of a wide zone football team. Do you know who the coach was? Mike Shanahan. Do you know who his son is? Kyle Shanahan. You know who's running wide zone all over the damn league right now?
Kyle Shanahan.
Every Shanahan boy, every Michael LaFleur, all the McVay tree, all of them. This has been a concept of football that has been a real hitter, okay, for about 30 years now. About 30 years now, we've been running these types of schemes, all right, and developing play actions off of them. He just does it out of pistol. He does it out of side saddle shotgun. He does it out of just different ways to do them, but the concepts are the same, okay? What we're trying to do is identical. This is just something that Quinn Ewers is going to have to get better at. I always feel as if his momentum and his energy is fighting against him. And I know he's a pop thrower. I know he's rotational. I know all of these things about him because I've seen him in person. But I just feel like we're always losing momentum going back this way. I feel like we're always fighting it this way. Every single time. We never, ever, ever bring momentum towards our target, all right, when we're throwing the ball. That's just my thought process. I think that's why the ball flutters on him. I think that's why the deep ball dies on him. I think playing in our heels is a bad thing as a quarterback. We need to be playing on what we call the insteps of our toes. We need to be right there. Okay? Wide zone again. This is bad counting. This is just basic counting. Look, guys, we've got the matchup. 3 over 3, which means this guy's going to have to run with Xavier Worthy, and we got the 2 blockers. All right, what we're not going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we're not going to do is run 6v8. That doesn't make much sense now, does it? All right, so we have the numbers. Let's throw the numbers. Let's not try to be an extra superhero. It's simple. Coach gave us the math. Look, that's the grass right there. Boom. We got stock block. You got to make one-on-one tackle. That's the way we have designed it. Okay, now our running back's got to beat 2 guys. He's a free hitter, and he's going to get open as well. Or he's going to get free as well. So hey, numbers count, man. That's a 3-year guy in college football, a 2-year starter. Those are things we can't be missing. He will unglue his feet the moment pressure arrives. The cleats will come out of the ground as a quarterback. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I know pressure's right in his face. This ball flutters on him, and he overthrows it, and he throws it a little bit earlier because he's getting pressure in his face. However, all right, I see a hesitancy, an avoidance of pressure. All right, now I'm not asking you to be, Dan Marino, 1990s, just standing there and be a superhero, get just absolutely destroyed. However, I don't want to see you constantly avoiding contact, and that's what I feel as if I see. All right, now, we know we're getting pressured the moment we step to the line of scrimmage. They got the pressure simulated, all right? We know we're getting it. All right, so we better be quick to the 3. We better get our feet in the ground. We better get this ball up if that's where we're going. All right, pre-snap, look, safety's rolling this way. We know we're going. A.D. Mitchell, deep ball. We know. Or Xavier Worthy, whoever that is out there. We know we got it. All right, that's where we are going right here on this pressure. So once we get our feet in the ground, 1, 2, 3, we better be there and going and ready. All right, now we're going to float back into our back hip. We're going to flick this ball because we got a natural arm, and we're going to get hit. And we probably had the tud. We did to Xavier Worthy. If we just put a little more air on that ball, all right, and get him to see it a little bit earlier. I think we get some more examples of those right there. I think this next, we already did that one. 29-24. Hope everyone's enjoying it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribing, doing all that good stuff. If you're a Texas fan watching us today, know that we do live content Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock right here on the channel. That is the fine Eastern Coast time zone right there. On his heels again right here at the quarterback position. On his heels again. Ball gets tipped. All right. But y'all see it. It looks to me almost like his mechanics were there before the timing of the ball. Okay, we open our feet up to it. We know we got the Texas route coming out of the backfield. He's going to open up to it right now. He wants this ball now. Okay, he looks like he is set and ready to throw right now, doesn't he, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay, balls or weights right here in the back of his or balls of his right feet. All right, now we're going to have to hitch this one more time because our timing is just off a little bit. And now we're all through our heels. I don't know if you can see it, but that front toe right there is up off the ground. Okay, we are on our heels. Now, it doesn't impact the throw here because we're throwing a check down underneath. All right, but this is what I'm seeing over and over and over again where our feet and our eyes are a little bit mistimed and they're a little bit off. Okay, so it means our lower half is not working with our mind and our upper body. It's ultimately going to lead to some inaccuracies with the football. That's what I love about Sark, though. Watch these next two plays, okay? They're in 2 minute right here. They're in 2 minute right here, so they're going to get a simulated pressure. Washington's going to bail. And what's going to happen as Washington bails is the running back is going to be matched up on this linebacker right here in an arrow route, right to the flat. Okay, boom. There it is. All right, we got a bunch of space. Now, what most coordinators would do, Jonathan, is they'd come right back to the ball, all right, and they'd say, hey, they're trying to run the linebacker with the running back. So they might run what we call NASCAR. Get right back on the ball, run the same play. Now, similar, kind of, is what Sark does right here. Now, he sees, all right, we're going to get the same simulated pressure. All right, 12 seconds left on the play clock, so he's had plenty of time to digest what they're trying to do to him. All right, so he sees, hey, last time they showed me the simulated pressure just a play before, they bailed the linebacker out and made him run one-on-one with the running back. So, last time, I ran a little flare. This time, I'm going to attack the same matchup, except I'm going to give him a wheel down the sideline, because instead of just going for the hitter, I'm going to go for the home run. I'm going to go for the home run right now because I've identified what they're trying to do to me, okay? There's the matchup. Now he gets it on the go ball. All right, it gets dropped. It gets dropped on him right here, and that's okay. We're process, not outcomes, right? We're process, not outcomes. All right, the process was right. What we were trying to do was right. The outcome was not. Should have been a touchdown. Absolutely should have been a touchdown. All right, 30-54. All right, I love the, I feel like we've been crapping on Quinn here. I love the internal clock right here. I love this. All right, he knows I'm getting pressure off the right side. That guy's free. In other words, he's hot. All right, he is mine. He is in no responsibility of the pass protection. All right, we got 6 guys up on the line of scrimmage, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up on the line of scrimmage. All right, and we really have 5 guys plus the running back if he stays in. We don't know. All right, so either way, we're outmanned. All right, which means one of these guys off the edge is going to be me. So if he comes, hey, we just got to know where our hot is and get the ball out of our hands right here on 1st and 10. Live the fight another day. It's a great job right there. Once you catch that ball out there, get upfield. Don't turn around and look. Get upfield. Go. 31-36. Where are we at right now, J-Will?
40-minute mark.
40-minute mark. All right. 31-36. All right, this is where I think this guy gets real dangerous. I don't want him out here. I don't want him bailing right. I don't want him bailing left, because they have too many weapons running across the field. The whole concept for Sark offenses, all right, the whole concept is to get everybody running horizontally. All right, they're the definition of a Dover team. All right, they're trying to run concepts like this. They're trying to run concepts like this with a vert pushed in here. They're trying to take a safety out this way and hit one over here. All right, so when everything's running this way, when everything's running like this, all right, the whole concepts, all right, and everybody's coming back like that. The last thing I want is this guy rolling this way, extending the play. Because these guys on the backside are having to run against leverage the entire time. And oh, by the way, these guys over here, these guys playing underneath defenders, they're going to wrap. They're going to continually flow and flow and flow. And then boom, all of a sudden we got a guy leaking back over here, running back, leaking out. All right, once all these Dovers start to flow, the worst thing that can happen is that quarterback to run towards where he's going. All right, or where those Dovers are going, I should say. All right, let's get back to the film study right here. How about that? Ain't nobody doing it like the Film Guy Network. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ain't nobody doing it like the Film Guy Network. 32-29 is where we're headed next. Feels good to be back in football season, doesn't it, J-Will?
Amen to that.
Absolute knockback on the right side. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, this big number 70 is off to the league, but I love this read. Now, if there's anywhere they might be considerably worse, all right, it might be in these short yardage run areas, all right, because Cedric Baxter was a very big back, very capable of making these runs. Now, this is a great block by the right guard and the right tackle, okay? They get tremendous knockback on this 3 technique, on this combination block. However, what a tremendous read right here from 4. Watch him. He identifies, hey, this is my winning combination block. Most young running backs would try to stick that right here. He's actually going to find this crease somehow in between 50 or 65 and 52. Check this out from him. Look at that. That is insane. That's a true freshman right there doing that shit, by the way. That is an insane read right there. To trust that 3-tech combo right there, to trust that this is going to get moved into 11 and we're going to have a crease right there that is nowhere to be found when I touch the ball and approach the line of scrimmage. That's veteran like Sunday type shit and Sunday type of read right there that I don't know every young back makes. Okay, so this is something that I think they could ultimately be a little bit worse at this year without Cedric Baxter. Because again, if you're doing that as an 18-year-old true freshman, you have a different sense of the way plays are designed and the way plays are ran. Okay. 37-48. I was telling Jonathan pre-show, I wish more teams in the SEC would be more committed to the wide zone. This is something that Missouri ran exceptionally well last year, okay? It's something I feel Texas does extremely well as well, okay? The ability to attack. Look at all this space already off the line of scrimmage, okay? We got a kick-out block here, and there is already naturally a crease right here. Already. Now, I know some of this is alignment by what Washington's doing, okay? But even in this wide zone approach, you don't have to win every time, okay? They got a stunt going on right here. Defensive tackle fades out. All these guys fade out. Look, none of these three guys from Washington get blocked effectively. Watch this. Boom. They're all in the backfield. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 guys in the backfield. Guys, this is a 7-yard gain. It's a 7-yard gain right here. And they have won nothing on the offensive line. Maybe this kick out, maybe this combination block that ultimately gets up to 11. Maybe we can argue those things. But this is what I'm talking about with a wide zone making it so much simpler. We don't have to, I'm going to move this guy off the ball 5 yards. Ooh, we got 7. Hell yeah. That's so hard. It's so hard to do that every single time. Where all of a sudden we get wide zone, we get one combo block effectively done, and we got 7 yards. Like, holy shit, man. Come on. Give me more of that. Give me more of that in this conference. Okay, and then look, we're getting stretched out all day long. We're getting stretched out. Oh, they're stretching me. Oh, here comes inside zone. And we'll insert inside zone as well. Now we're going to take the H, okay, and we're basically running ISO on the mic. Okay, so we've been opening up, attacking outside shoulder of the guard the whole time. Boom, 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 B gap and beyond, B gap and beyond, B gap and beyond. Oh shit, here comes the tight end. Wham! Right in my face. Okay, so again, it's hard. It's a hard offense to consistently prepare for, on top of the fact that we got RPOs built off of everything. That's a great cut by 23. I could have sworn this play was coming back to the right side. I could have sworn this was coming back here. Absolutely could have sworn. Somehow, he finds the crease here and gets by this guy. I have no clue how. Okay? Oh, that's a terrible angle from 3. Terrible angle. Doggy doo-doo right there. Where are we at? 40-29. Let's go to 46-53 because I really want to hammer this point home about the heel throwing. I think this is going to be his detriment, Jonathan. I think if there are interceptions thrown in this football game, it is because balls get elevated because my man's is on his heels throwing these footballs. It's constantly on his heels. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Back on the heel again. It's a completion. Ball is certainly fluttering on him. That ball is floating downward towards the end. All right. Let's find another clip of this. I know I got another clip. Nope, that was it. Maybe the last possession. I thought a couple of these were panicky, happy feety. All right. But most of this, as usual, when I go to study a Sarkisian offense, most of this is me going, damn, coach. Whew. Oh, shit, coach. Damn, coach cooking. Happy feet, escaping right. This is what we don't want, right? But again, not a tremendous athlete. I think he's a little banged up at this point in this football game.
Like it.
Yeah, it did. It looked a little hobbled right there, but not the world's greatest athlete. I think they get bailed out by 2 PI. No, it's a big play here in a second on one of these. All right, these red zone balls are a little bit fluttersome, is what I was talking about earlier. Okay, on the front foot there. This is what it actually looks like when he's on his front foot. You can see their weight transition. Okay, we're in 2. All right, see, boom, we're onto the front foot. Okay, we're off of our back toe. Our back toe is now dragging this way. The momentum is flowing through this ball on this out route to the sideline. This ball's thrown with zip. This ball's thrown with a perfect placement as well. All right, now, as these touch balls start to get thrown, watch this. I'm pretty sure they're starting to, as the TV broadcast is telling you, they're going to start identifying A.D. Mitchell here in a second. Okay, that's a heel throw all day. Okay, we all see that. All right, now, again, I know he's getting pressure, but that is non-competitive. That is non-competitive on a 2nd and 4 national championship title or a trip on the line. We're down 9. We got to score twice. Got to score twice here. Okay. Ball floated on him. Let's see what happens right here on 3rd and 4. Actually, onto our toe there. Ball gets tipped. We're throwing the ball short of the sticks, though. I don't love that. That ball's coming here, right?
Yeah, he ain't even looking.
No. Or maybe he's firing a tight one here. I don't know where he's going with the football. But he certainly wasn't working to 13. 13 was working to the corner. All right. 4th and 4. They don't get the ball back, do they?
I can't remember.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And they get, this is so crazy, they got a kick-catch interference as well. So the ball got moved up. Mm-hmm. That's on the tight end right there. He's extremely accurate with life on the football when he plays onto his front foot. When he does not, it is a little bit troublesome for me. So you can even see the front foot kind of kick up right there, and he still throws a dot. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got front foot pop up on him. Right. All right, watch it from here. That thing hopping up and down. All right, great play 13. We get a couple more of these fluttered balls down here in the red zone. I thought that was winnable. A.D. Mitchell, make a play. This is the replay, I think, of the 13's play. We're almost done, guys. Oh my God, make a play. He caught that football. Sark coming back to it, by the way. Same play that he ran earlier. I'm pretty sure, Washington did the same exact thing defensively. I get why you're throwing it away from the safety right there. I thought that ball could have probably been put on him a little bit. Maybe we do something after the catch, but you know what? Throw it away from the safety and on, safety's right here. Throw it away from the safety, put it on the sideline. I'm good with it. All right, we get some timeouts here. Play under review. Now, this is what I was criticizing earlier. Guys, look at this situation. No timeouts. 15 seconds left. Ball on the 12. Buddy, ain't nobody in the stadium think you're truck sweeping right now. Nobody, Sark. Nobody thinks you're running that toss sweep into the boundary. You have to score twice. You have to score, no, actually once now. You got to score a touchdown. You are not throwing that truck sweep. So why are we burning a play-action play like this? What are we doing? That was my only question right here towards the end of this football game. Is like, nobody's biting that. And then we ultimately had to throw it and check it down anyways because nobody bid on it. Now we just wasted 5 seconds losing a yard. All right, that was unfortunate right there in that play calling for Texas. Now, I'm pretty sure we get a Healy ball again here. Energy fighting back on him. And we're inaccurate. Now, one way or the other, whatever you want to say as a quarterback mechanic, either way, I think the problem, whether you want to be a toey guy, a Healy guy, or whatever, you want to play on your heels, whatever. The problem is there's inconsistencies of where the pressure points are in his feet and in his delivery. That's going to lead to inaccuracies, especially as the routes get deeper down the field. I think it's part of the reason why he struggled so bad last year driving the ball. So I think defensively, when you're playing Texas this year, edge pressure is important. Immediate pressure up the middle, put people at his feet is certainly the most important thing. And the thing I'm most curious about is not what they do in the run game. I'm very curious how they replace A.D. Mitchell and Xavier Worthy and their play styles. Now, I know they got some guys that will match what Xavier did in terms of speed. Isaiah Bond is a burner. The Stills kid, or I can't remember his name, from Oregon State, he is a burner as well. Nyblack's got some speed, as we told you as well earlier. Who is their big body possession receiver that they can actually win RPO slants with, that they can give the ball to in space and make something happen after the catch in the screen game? Hey, for Brooks Austin for the Film Guy Network, we appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe. We'll be here all season. See ya.